Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Weymouth Street, Warminster, for Warminster Town Football Club versus Devizes Town Football Club. Warminster in the traditional home kit of red and black, and Devizes in blue and white today. We're bringing you commentary throughout the game, so don't go away. We may be kicking off a little bit early at the moment. We're supposed to have 5 minutes to go, but the referee's ready, everybody's ready, if my watch is correct. Stopwatch ready.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Weymouth Street. Well, welcome to everybody from the
Teams are just being announced.
today, so basically properly what we'll be talking over. Warminster Town, you know, Tom Curran. Number 2, Joel Sisson. 3, Harry Barnes. 4, Ian Jeffrey.
Their home kit's actually really
5, Jordan De Silva. 6, Alex Churchyard.
the girls
7,
will
Jack
back
Millett.
of their shirts.
7, Mortimer Taylor. 9, Christian Johnson. 10, Seth Wayne. Number 11 is George Butler.
And we're underway.
Owen Hartley, Stuart Mazoski,
Ball back with Devizes. Cross in field. Picked up by Ian Jeffrey. We're very pleased today to welcome Ian Nockolds with us. Ian, welcome.
Hello Roland, thank you very much for inviting me. Hello watchers, I was going to say listeners, but of course you're watching this as opposed to the normal format I'm used to, which would be the audio format.
The audio format,
But
yes.
we've moved into we've slowly moved into the 21st century. And Devizes playing in a very Portsmouth Football Club shirt, which I'm incredibly pleased to see.
Simon Gale and Chuck Sheridan. Special this afternoon, referee Kevin Ross.
Warminster trying to get this one away.
Theo Shane and Adam
Get the free kick. It was amazing the match is actually on today with the amount of rain that was pouring down this morning. And we've got sunshine. So thank you to Ian for arranging that, bringing in the sunshine with you.
We do our best.
All the way from Devizes.
Yes, this is the very exciting part of the game here, Roland, because it's still 0-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely anything can happen.
Yes.
We're
1 minute 13 seconds since kick-off, and there's not a goal been
We're
scored.
like children at Christmas. We're full of opportunity here, for both sides. Of course, Devizes desperately need to get their first win of the season. I know you've been on a very good run, but you're looking to bounce back after that disappointing defeat away at
It was disappointing last week. Yeah.
So I suppose really what you're looking for, as much as the 3 points, is an improved performance.
Indeed. Number 9 now. 10 for Deviser. Just overran it slightly. Harry Barnes knocks it long into no man's land, and
That took me
here we go.
That took me completely by surprise. That did.
Yeah.
It was just lovely to see Devizes in that part of the pitch.
Oh, now that's fallen nicely for them.
There we go. Yes, number 11 there, Paul Gittins.
Paul
One
Gittin.
of the one of the older players in the Devizes side, a very young side. Charlie Buckingham there.
Oh, Lance. Whoa, that's going over the roof.
Well, they've certainly started brightly, which is what we wanted to see.
Yeah. Warminster need to get the ball down a bit, settle on here. No Francois Allen today. He's serving a suspension due to collecting 5 yellow cards already this season. Not bad for a striker. He must have a feature wall at home that's yellow. Nicely done up to front, being held up by Jordan De Silva. Now, Joel Sisson gets through. Referee blows a free kick, little tug. Yeah.
I think he was going to play a little bit of advantage, but it didn't quite come off. So
No.
this is a nice little opportunity for Devizes to put
This is
some.
Matt Swan.
It is. He's the captain.
Not a bad ball to the edge, headed away. Flicked on there. Seth Wayne on the ball now for Warminster. Lays it back to Barnes. Barnes down the line. Still going to be taken now. Taylor picks it back up again. Wayne gets a crossfield ball in. And way off target.
There, but it was asking a little bit too much.
Yeah, even Usain Bolt would struggle with that one.
Devizes have got a bit of space now. Let's see what they can do with it.
What are you doing over there?
Ian Jeffrey gets a good ball forward.
Lovely drag down, isn't
Just
it?
give him the
No.
same thing up here, Red.
Barnes gets his head to it first. Goes out for a throw to Devizes.
Well, certainly on these first exchanges, you wouldn't put these two sides where they are in the table, would you really? I think it's been pretty even. Open.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether it stays like that for the next 85 minutes, we'll
It's
have to see.
it's the first 10-15 minutes. Warminster usually a little bit slow to get going.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it? That's,
Yeah.
that's filled me
Gets
with
more,
optimism.
gets more entertaining as it goes on here.
No, I'm really pleased with what I've seen though from Devizes. Obviously, it's been a very difficult season for them so far, and they seem to be making a really good fist of this, as you'd expect in a Wiltshire derby.
Yeah, there you go. Jack Miluk, and that's a tackle, and it's out for throw. Yeah.
I'd like to tell you that his nickname is the Duke,
The Duke of Buckingham.
but it
It's not.
probably isn't, is it?
Ah, no. Well, we can always start with a rumour.
Oh yeah,
If he scores today, I think
But they're
we'll
onwards.
do a bit more better
Knight
than a
him.
dukedom.
All the way through. Bit of a wasted ball. Finds Thomas Druitt, who we've got in goal today. First time for Warminster. Churchyard gets a long one forward. Jack Miluk hits it down nicely to Martin Johnson, who return ball goes out for the throw-in.
Good boy, Joe. Yeah, man.
Ian Jeffrey's head on that one.
Good boy. Get up. Turn him.
He's going to go all the way out. Goal kick to Devizes.
Devizes' impressive number 9 there's Logan Cassidy, and that was he made himself very busy just then, really getting involved in it. We have no idea anything about Logan. Unfortunately, even my well-placed sources haven't been able to tell me anything. But certainly on the opening salvos of this game, he's been impressive. I think he's going to be a bit of a handful.
A good asset for Devizes. Great. Good long kick. Ian Jeffrey makes sure of heading it down nicely to Seth Wayne, who turns. Tackle comes in. Throw in to Warminster.
He's my favourite Warminster player,
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to have one.
You can have as many favourites as you like. Number 9 wins that. Gets a long shot.
Oh dear.
Keeper didn't hold it too well, but big enough. That's going to be the first shot on goal. Came from Devizes.
Don't sound so surprised.
No, not surprised at all. Yeah. Churchyard out to Silva. Jack Miluk's making a run down the right. Ball's intercepted. Not enough on it to get past him. To Silva again. All the way back. It's going to go out for a throw to Devizes. Halfway in their half.
Looking a little bit frustrated, I think, that there wasn't an option on for him, and actually I think that the Devizes front line were caught a little bit static there. If they've got a few new players in, that's obviously getting to know each other is obviously going to be a feature of that. But Buckingham looks like he's got very good distribution, certainly wanted to get Devizes going quickly.
Excuse me, gone up into the sky. Caught the wire there. There we go. Beautiful blue sky now, having had all that horrible rain earlier. And a throw in way over on that far side. Good long throw, but it's headed out for another throw to Warminster, working their way down that left hand side. Warminster hoping to get 3 points today, because that will keep them in contention with the top with 6 at the moment with 16 points. Devizes just 1 point so far to their name this season, just a draw. But they had a bit of a poor start in the sense they had a COVID issue to start with, and they lost a couple of weeks, and they've had to catch up a bit, which may have been an adverse effect, really.
One of the weird and wonderful features of the world we're living in at the moment, Roland, is the fact that they lost those first couple of matches. It means that on points per game, they're not actually bottom of the table. that honour rests with Longwell Green.
Yeah. And of course, we've got to hear what the Prime Minister has to say about a 4-week lockdown or whatever next week. So at the moment, we have football, but whether we'll get our game in on Wednesday night, which is a cup match in the Wiltshire Senior Cup, when we're welcoming Ludgershall here to Weymouth Street, we don't know. We'll keep everybody updated on that. Now it's laid out to the left back, Jeffrey. Ian Barnes picks it up. He gets a long ball forward. Oh, cut out. Martin Johnson was waiting for that one. Referee says, Devizes ball.
Yeah, Boris pushed his announcement back from 4 to 5, didn't he? That's because he's watching this, you know.
He could well be on here. Hey, everyone. The Prime Minister does like Warminster Town.
He does. He gives him a little bit of
He's
light
not
relief.
too sure of the colour, but, you know.
Well, no, that's why. Devizes have turned up.
That's right, if I keep the blue going.
Doing the thing.
Keeper gets that one. Nicely rolled out. Butler out to Barnes. Left back for Warminster. Left foots it across. It could fall nicely. Oh, that needed intercepting there.
And that was Jack Swan.
Corner kick. Swan intercepted.
With what quite could conceivably have been certainly was a good chance for Warminster.
It was a goal-scoring opportunity about to come up, I think.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So but it's given us, of course, our first corner of the game.
It's his first corner. 10 minutes for the first corner.
I should write that down. We might want to refer back to that stat later.
Absolutely.
10 minutes for the first corner. I should keep a little chart.
Excellent. Yes. Right. We're going short? No. Let's just pull the defender away into the box. Oh, get it cleared away. Still in there. Hoofed well into Warminster's territory, but Ian Jeffries stayed back. Looking up, he's going to left foot it all the way to that left hand side. Eben Mortimer-Taylor knocks it down, then crosses in. Gets what? Oh! Getting a free kick for that. Red Hot Johnson on the case there, ready to pounce.
Martin Mitchell seemed equal to the task.
Yes. Well, ever since Martin Johnson came on the podcast, he absolutely fired up. He's just been incredible since that. So we're trying to get all the players on, and we'll have a whole team of them. Mortimer-Taylor. He's still keeping hold of the ball. Turns, gets it back now to Churchyard. Churchyard on the ball. He's looking up for Miluk, who's broken down the right, not spotted him yet. De Silva has. Good one over for Jack Miluk. Miluk keeps it in play, and it goes out now. Put out there for the throw. Warminster seem to be settling down a little bit more now and getting into their stride.
But Devizes are holding their own, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
I mean, Devizes, I think, from what I've heard this season, have been a bit happier. Well, have been happy not having the ball, and of course Warminster at home, pressing against the side at the bottom of the table. You're going to have a lot more of the ball, and this might suit them.
So Joel Sisson gets the ball across the edge of the area. Eben Mortimer-Taylor tries to hold it up. He's looking for the shot if he can. No, he's not going to get one. Now, Sisson, ball in, good ball in. Keeper shouts, gets it. Another opportunity. Warminster pressing nicely now.
I mean, I was thinking that Devizes have been very compact. They've kept a really good shape so far in this game, but the problem is that if you get balls into the 6-yard box, you get an error, and we very nearly got one there.
Yes.
That could have put them under pressure, and if they go a goal down with the way that they've been going this season, it's going to be very difficult for them.
Get up!
Butler. Shoot to Mortimer-Taylor.
Surely this, everyone's saying it's going to happen.
Looks like Ray Parlour.
Yeah.
We're in red.
They call him the Warminster Pele.
Yeah. Ian Jeffrey, you're lefting that one. Another one, unfortunately, Ian's done all the way to no man's land. I don't think he knows his own strength sometimes. Right. Churchyard, Mortimer Taylor, skips around players. Rattler back, well, looking for the 1-2, doesn't get it, chipped over the top. Miluk was there. And one through again, Jordan De Silva. Warminster pressing deep now into Devizes territory. Sisson through to Mortimer Taylor, left that one, but was in the wrong trajectory. Falls for a Devizes man who nets it forward to 11 for Devizes. He's out. Had to be won by Barnes. Out for the throw for Devizes.
Cut starts tomorrow. Hi Luke, I went to Sweden, yeah, and I was training today.
Jeffrey does well, brings it round to Churchyard now in the middle of the pitch. Churchy lays it out to the right here for Sisson to pick it up. Away now. Oh, well done. Mistake there. Jack Miluk on the run now. Miluk's ball in. Martin Johnson getting up there. It's headed clear. And all the way out. But that's gone out for the corner kick. More pressure from Warminster.
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion that dummy was intentional.
Yeah.
And really bought and sold that to Buckingham.
Yeah.
But there's a really good piece of play there from Warminster, and Devizes really just hanging on in the end. This is a second corner, isn't it, Warminster's?
Yeah. Pressure's coming on.
It is a bit, and I was going to say
15 minutes, I did say 15 minutes, we need to warm up.
It had been even, but I think in the last 5 minutes, certainly, Rowan, we've seen Warminster have a lot more possession.
Dropping in nicely, keeper gets a hand to it, flag's gone up. Offside? Can you be offside from the corner kick?
You can if you're playing for Warminster against Devizes.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
a new rule.
Yes.
It's a new rule.
Now the referee is going to...
It's probably not.
Oh, maybe, I don't know if there was an infringement of some description there.
Possibly, yeah. I think the referee had to go and find out. He wasn't sure.
Offside, it's a corner. If it's gone over the line, it's probably a goal then, isn't it, ref? Because it was an in-swinger. You explain that to me, like, because it can't go out, it's physically impossible. The more physically
Free kick, dangerous position here. Devizes got an opportunity. We are in the 17th minute of the game. It's 0-0 if you've joined us.
go out that side, can it? 'Cause it's coming in like that. So it's probably a goal if anything, isn't it? That's fine. Hey, the ball physically can't go out that way, can it? Unless it's gone over the line for a goal. I mean, I know I've had 2 points, but I'm not going to see it.
Now this isn't an entirely dissimilar situation to the one the free kick you conceded
Welton.
against Welton.
Different goalkeeper today.
Yeah, well, and a different striker.
And a different
more-
striker.
More importantly,
More
but
important.
now Matt Swan's over this one.
Explain it
Yeah.
again. How's it gone out?
That's one captain for Devizes, number 7 on his back.
This could be
About to
well.
take this free kick. Almost. See what happens, any movement. Bit of movement in the box as well. Shot. And over the top.
Not
Good
a million miles
opportunity.
away, though.
Not a million miles away.
A nice little viewfinder. I mean, if Devizes can get a bit more possession in that Warminster half, and they can get another couple of opportunities, then that could prove a really effective way of breaking the deadlock.
Yeah. Ian Jeffrey puts it through. Seth Wayne tries to get the ball across. Martin Johnson chests it down. Too heavy on it. Referee has blown the whistle.
Go straight towards centre half feet, Brad. How do they keep that then? They're giving it away.
So thanks for everybody who's joining us live here from Weymouth Street, Warminster. It's 0-0 at the moment. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel already. We certainly appreciate that. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider just hitting that subscribe button. It helps us to promote non-league football, not just Warminster Town. and Warminster Town ladies, of course, as well. We often film their games. But it promotes all the teams that Warminster play against, and YouTube loves it. The more subscribers we have, the more it will let people see the videos. So thank you when you do that.
Which, of course, was exactly what I was doing this time last weekend.
You were on your big screen.
I did, yeah.
Casting YouTube to the big
well, that's
screen.
one of the benefits of smart television, isn't it?
It is,
now,
yeah.
We can actually watch.
Yeah.
You know.
And if you haven't got a smart one, get yourself a Roku stick, stick it in the back, and you can put your YouTube on there. It's already on there, so that's quite useful as well. Yeah. Churchy's going to get this one across, a bit heavy, but Miluk's going to find it. He does, brings it down nicely. Lays it through. Mortimer Taylor's come on this side now. Look up, play it back to Jack. Yes, he does. Miluk gets the ball into the box. Oh, went for the overshot, Martin Johnson. Referee blows. It's all action here.
Devizes really just need to weather this storm, I think.
Yeah.
It's still 0-0. The longer they can keep it at that and frustrate Warminster, the more chance I think there is that they'll be able to hit on the break.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's why Warminster's got to be careful. They get too overconfident, start pushing more and more people forward, thinking that they can afford to do that. There's always a danger. At the moment, we've often just been leaving one in our own half, so it's tricky. Miluk. Yes, sorry. Right, De Silva. Intercepted by number 3. Sisson takes the throw. Martin Johnson. Oh, misdirected that one. Goes out for the throw to Devizes. So they drop just in front of us. Sisson rose up.
Well done.
Over there, number 9 on the run for Devizes. Needs an interception. Ian Jeffrey sees it out.
Beckenbauer like there, sweeping up the danger.
Oh, he's good at sweeping up.
I mean, Logan Cassidy there did really well, and that was he looked really strong running into the box. So again, another positive sign for the visitors.
Sure? Are you mad? Are you sure? Because that's fucking 6 now. You're giving us fuck all, yeah? What are you smoking? What are you smoking then, Rad? What are you smoking, Rad? That's 6 fouls against us you're giving us. Why aren't you giving us 1?
He comes down here to relax.
Yeah.
Fucking polish your head as well.
It's Carl's son. So Carl Crabtree and his son.
Polish your head, Rad.
So, Devizes, when the referee's finished having a word, we'll be taking this free kick. I want here. Hanging. Keeper grabs it. Tom drew it for Warminster. Now lays the ball out to Ian Jeffrey. Stops, turns. Jordan De Silva. Back to Jeffrey to keep it in. Decides to go all the way back to the keeper. And that's going to be throw-in, 2 Devizes.
And perhaps the best part about that passage of play, broken as it was with the delay due to the referee chatting to the Warminster players in the Devizes free kick, is it's of course broken the momentum that Warminster were building. Waves of attack they were having, building pressure on the Devizes defence, getting behind the Devizes defence, forcing a corner. And actually that pressure's just relieved slightly, and it gives the Devizes defence an opportunity to take a breather and reset.
Yeah, it does. The voice you can hear, by the way, everybody, is the voice of Ian Nockolds. He's the host of the Tool Station Western League podcast, so we're pleased to have Ian with us today. You can follow Ian on Twitter at Ian Nockolds as well. And if you want to listen to the podcast, just go to toolstationleague.com and you can pick up the links from there, or find it, of course, on your favourite platform such as Apple, etc., etc. Now, Martin Johnson on the edge of the box here, ball through, oh, he slipped. Whoops.
We'll do that look, don't I? He did.
Sisson trying to hold him up. Jack Miluk has been held slightly.
It's about time we realised there was a team red out there as well.
So Harry Barnes has come across from the left side to use his left foot to get this ball into that danger area. No, it's going to be Mortimer Taylor takes it in the end. Right foot, shot over the top. 24th minute. Shot there over the bar.
Living dangerously.
Yep. Chance for Devizes to regroup as a goal kick.
I mean, this is a very young Devizes team. There's only 2 outfield players, I believe, who are over the age of 21.
Right, quite young.
And I think that sort of blend of experience and
That
everything.
needed doing. Now, again, Mortimer Taylor looks up. Nothing on that one. Not enough.
Very good. Here we go. Right.
Nice play from Devizes. Churchy gets it, flicks it out to this side for Sisson to pass it to Jack Miluk. Now Jack Miluk can go down the side here. Takes him on, he's still going. No.
For less!
The referee's decision is final, we have to remember that. Seth Wayne on the ball, twist, turns, gets it forward. Now De Silva, Barnes. Going to go backwards all the way to the keeper. Build up again.
Well, time is on their side, isn't it? And I think they've probably seen enough of this Devizes side to know that their confidence is shaky.
Yes. I think the referee causing a little bit of debate amongst the Warminster faithful.
But we do love the whistle, don't we?
We love the whistle. We've got a
Just in
hashtag
case
love the
Martin.
whistle. Martin Cassidy, yes, you can catch him on one of our podcasts as well.
Yes, very good.
Ref Support UK.
And that raises the question, because as much as we make a lot about the referee's performance, players have to recognise the psychology of the match.
Yes. Oh, so it was going to fall nicely, but it didn't. Jordan De Silva gets in there. Churchard's going to spread play across to the left, but no one there for it, so the throw is to Devizes. 0-0 is the score. We'll repeat the score regularly for you. We'll be bringing you both halves of this match, so please stay tuned. We'll take a very short break between the 2 halves, and then we'll fire up the video before the kick-off, which these days seems to be about 10 minutes, seeing the teams tend not to go in the dressing rooms. So, free kick's been awarded to Devizes.
And you're trying to get me. Yeah, I know. That's what I just said. I know. I was so confused. You're like, yeah, where's Keegan? Where's Keegan going? But I was not.
Ball in. It's going to land in the box. Keeper's getting ready. Drops it. It's all over the place. Devizes. Oh, it's got to be cleared. Whoa, dangerous moment there for Warminster.
Possibly the best chance of the game.
Chance for Devizes, 28th minute. Playing pinball in the penalty area. Throw in. Butler got his head first, and now. Oh, I thought he was going to crack that. Couldn't line it up. He did as well, yeah. 10 for Devizes in the area, put out. Corner kick to Devizes. Just coming up to 28 minutes on the clock.
And this is definitely Devizes' brightest.
This is the best patch for Devizes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this goes to show at both ends, actually, if you can keep pumping the ball into the 6-yard box, you never know. Unfortunately, when, Devizes, their luck's low at the moment, and another day that could have gone in.
Yep. Ball comes in towards us.
Oh.
Headed and saved. Oh.
Red.
card.
He didn't have to kick it really, did he?
Number 4 for Devizes with the header.
Which one it was? Yes.
That was Jack Swan with the header. Excellent.
He has to go with that.
The gamesmanship.
Yeah.
He has to go.
Which is a good sign for the Devizes fans who've made their way to Weymouth Street today, because of course that shows that a little bit of confidence is starting to flow into these Devizes.
There's a bit more
players.
confidence. They do seem
Still very much in this game.
Warminster need to get a goal now just to take that away a little bit. Well, it's a bit low, but it's found a man. Seth Wayne turns right to Evan Mortimer Taylor, chips it out to the left, but again Johnson's had to go and find it and chase it, and loses out now. Gave him a bit too much to do.
And here we come again.
Yeah, Devizes on the attack once more.
Sam Dodd's over there on the right hand side.
Number 10, Sam Dodd, goes out for the throw in to Devizes. Well, one. Read that well and then.
Let me get it back.
Yes. Oops. Oh.
See now, this is where all of that little chipping in the ear of the referee is counterproductive, because was that heavier challenge than some of the ones we've seen so far? Possibly. Is he going to get a card out? It certainly looks like he is. He's certainly going to give him a talking to. And I mean, at this level of the game,
4 years, but
we're used to seeing, we don't normally see that many cards until half time.
Well, in the 30th minute, we've just seen what happens now with Evan Mortimer Taylor having had that tackle. Referee looks like he can pull a card out. Yeah, there we go. So yellow card for Evan Mortimer Taylor.
The Devizes player who's down is the right back, James Skelkel.
James Skelkel, is it, number 2?
Yeah. Getting some treatment. Hopefully he'll be able to play, because he seemed pretty bright down that right full-back channel. In fact, both of the full-backs have impressed me so far with the opportunities that they've created.
Yeah. So free kick been awarded for that challenge by Mortimer Taylor. Now. Just to the edge of the area, not really dealt with by anybody at the moment. Ray came across for Devizes, he twists, he turns, gets the ball through here. Devizes with possession still, passing around quite nicely, except that was a little bit too much on it, but it's going to go all the way back to the keeper.
Tater's curse there, Roland.
That was
There we go.
Got it, Joel.
Well done. Here we are. Oh dear, oh dear.
That's a card.
Offside.
I thought that was quite an optimistic ball from Strickland anyway.
Yeah.
And gave Cassidy an awful lot to do there, but it appears what he did offside.
Yeah.
Who wants it?
Ian Jeffrey on the ball now. 32 minutes have been played of this first half. 0-0 is the score. Now, De Silva on the ball. Out to his right. Joel Sisson to pick this one up. Wants it down. Miluk keeps it in, falling over his own feet slightly. Jordan De Silva. Now, Sisson's gone forward to the Miluk. Johnson after it as well. Number 4 trying to turn, plays it back to the keeper. Ooh, Harry Barnes loses it. Devizes on the attack coming down that side.
Yeah. And unfortunately, didn't really anybody with him in the cross.
Make sure. Throw in for Devizes Town.
But as we approach the half-time whistle, of course, the more that Devizes can be playing in the Warminster half, the more, the better their confidence is going to be going into the second half, particularly if they can nick a goal. And we saw how that affected that game last week against London Rovers.
Gone out. Referee's flags up. We have a ball back. So Devizes with the throw in. To the edge of the box there. 10 on the ball. Surrounded by Warminster players, but he gets a ball round, and he gets a deflection and a corner kick.
And I think this is the second one.
Yes, second corner kick.
Second corner kick.
They
for
do.
Devizes.
They do seem, apart from probably the last free kick, to get the ball into a good, dangerous area for them.
Yeah, I am slightly concerned though that probably man for man, I don't know whether they're giving away a little bit in terms of height. Whereas you saw that the Warminster's delivery was just under the bar. They wanted is an aggressive.
Here it comes. Floating. Got no flag. Now it's out to number 8. He's going to try and get a shot in. Charge down. Well done, Warminster. Oh, complete miss kick there. Miluk gets in first. Now Ian Jeffrey out now. Churchyard's going to run with it. Does puts it forward to Martin Johnson. Johnson gets a ball across now for Miluk to run on to. Keeper's there first.
That beautiful.
Good idea. Lovely rainbow.
There is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow,
There is.
and it is Martin Mitchell, the Devizes goalkeeper. Here we go.
Devizes making a bit of space around one or two of them if you see them. Well read. It's a long.
Manuel Neuer now, he's coming out.
Yeah.
My mum, I can't remember, she's eating she's vegetarian, she's in a corner. But she took the chicken out. But you can't do that. There's chicken remnant. Yeah, exactly. It was like, mum.
Still with
Well, that's a
Devizes.
bit of luck there.
Yeah.
Lucky ricochet, unfortunately, couldn't
Still with
capitalise on it.
Devizes.
Here comes, what's that, Swan?
Sauce and rice.
Danger, yeah.
It was Swan.
Well done. Goal kick has been awarded to Warminster Town.
Strickland there, just running away from goal. Had that angle not been quite so acute, you know, that could have been a bit more pressure.
Yeah.
Drew the foul at the end anyway, so.
Entertaining.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Isn't it, in the great county of Wiltshire.
Absolutely. For the classic El Maltico battle, as Ian calls it.
Oh, very much so. Battle of the Breweries.
Yes, Warminster
Wadworth
Maltings
against- Yeah, absolutely.
versus
right.
Wadworth. You know.
I'll just do it.
Funny enough, probably Wadworths use the maltings from Warminster Maltings in their beer quite likely. I don't know the story, but
Well, I mean, it's
likely.
It's a rivalry I've engineered
Yes.
completely myself. So,
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely, because they're not a beer manufacturer, so, you know,
It's
brewery.
got no basis in fact.
No. But,
You do sell a beer here though called Maltings Gold.
yes, they have it made and branded using their maltings. So they don't actually brew it themselves. We're very pleased that Warminster Maltings last year sponsored a prize competition for our website, where 3 couples had a lovely guided tour on a Saturday morning and lunch, and then up here for the football afterwards. So
Wow.
that was very nice. Yeah,
Sounds like
yeah. One of those prizes that money can't buy.
feeding
You know?
from the corporate trough.
Yeah. You have to declare it on your expense. No. Now, Mortimer Taylor get hold of it, but referee says no, that's okay. See where the ball went, and then decided it was a free kick to Warminster.
One of my first ever commentaries happened on the day I went for a tour of the Wadworth Brewery, which was a very bad idea.
Actually, I think it was. 'Cause
Yeah,
you have to have the 2 pints afterwards, don't you? It's compulsory.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
I think we went for lunch as well.
Yeah.
So it was, it was.
I've done their tour a couple of times. Very good it is whenever you can get to do a Wadworth tour. Highly recommended. Of course, they're trying to move, aren't they, location at some point and build a modern brewery as opposed to a lovely old place.
Bit
Bit of a tangle. What's going on? Somebody come out. No, he's okay. Another one there. Free kick.
Mall developing. But again, this will suit Devizes really.
Suits them at the
you know,
moment,
as we sort of coast
7 minutes.
towards
7 minutes to go.
half time, and some of the energy's gone out of this game.
It has a little bit, hasn't it? Yeah.
But I mean, that now maybe is the most dangerous time,
Now,
because having done so well for the first half an
here
hour,
we
they
go.
don't
Chipped
really
over
wanna
the side, bit
throw
behind
it
system,
away.
but he gets it. It's going to go out, is it? Goes out.
There's something wrong with my eyes, he's just giving a foul to us.
There's Ward the free kick.
It's about to change his mind, isn't it?
Well, no, I was wondering if you meant there, he flagged offside.
Oh no, he's actually giving a foul. Must be actually giving it. It's got to be on the line.
Must have been.
This really would be an absolute killer if they concede.
It's a dangerous time now for Devizes. We approach the final 6 minutes. 0-0 at the moment. Devizes got back into the game a little bit in the last few minutes, to say the least. So Warminster want to take the sting out of that. Bit of psychology from the keeper, I think, there.
Goes back under his rainbow.
Yeah.
I'm so
Dropping in, Knight. Minning on it? No.
I'm not going
Goal kick.
No, I'll see the view from inside.
And we live to fight another day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another let off for Devizes, really, in a sense. Still 0-0. In fact, Devizes must be pleased, actually, to have a clean sheet. 39, 40 minutes into the game, really.
I think when you're in the situation that they found themselves in, you are taking it literally, not even game by game, but half by half. They are still very much in this game. I've heard recently that their performances for periods have been very good, but what they need to do is put one of those performances together over the 90 minutes.
90 minutes, yeah. Nice number 7 in the middle.
That was Jack to his brother, Matt.
Barnes gets in the way. Comes out. Knocks it long. Stayed in play too. Ball back in again. Now, Ian Jeffrey to pump this one forward. Intercepted again. Now it's gone out for the throw to Warminster.
Centre back is Jack Swan. He's only 18 years old.
Right.
Had to step up in the last season due to injuries in the team, and he's really taken his opportunity very well. I don't know whether it's a help or a hindrance that his older brother's also in the team.
Yeah, never can tell, can you?
I'm sure it's a help.
Yeah. Right. Mortimer Taylor now. Trying to thread the ball through. Yes. Miluk. It's in there. First goal to Warminster. 42nd minute. Threaded ball through to Jack Miluk on the edge of the penalty area. Takes it through calmly into the left-hand side of the post. 1-0 to Warminster Town.
Sorry, Raf, it's not your best efforts.
There we go, that was a classic case of the commentator's curse, wasn't it? It was me getting all excited and doughy-eyed, and that really, well, as we were saying, really in the lead up to that goal, this is probably the worst possible time for Devizes to concede. Really on the stroke of half-time, it's going to be a completely, they've got a reset in the second half, and unfortunately they haven't got that mental resource to draw on. With the results going against them, they can't afford to let this game go the same way.
No. Nice flick to the outside of the foot. Martin Johnson, that's out. Jack Miluk on again. That's just thrown down by the corner flag for Warminster. Another opportunity here. 2.5 minutes to go of this first half. We will bring you the second half as well, so don't go far. Get yourself a cup of tea or a glass of beer, wherever your beverage is, and enjoy the football. Now, George Butler, Sisson picks it up, turns nicely, ball in, Martin Johnson, gets the corner kick, more pressure. If Warminster can double their lead just before half-time, that will really impede Devizes' mental progress in this game.
Yeah, uphill battle.
Uphill
in the second
battle.
half. So I suppose actually if they can hold out now till half-time, that's got to be the
that's
the
a plus point for Devizes to hold out.
That's got to be
their
the
point of view.
objective, isn't it?
Ball in.
Very good delivery.
Quiet
space
turns.
in the post there.
Miluk on the edge. Gets it out wide. Mortimer Taylor's trying to hold it up. Turns. Can he get the ball in? Another corner kick. More pressure from Warminster. And the pressure very much in the Devizes 18 yards zone. Right now, Mortimer Taylor, ball coming in, it's hanging, goes all the way over. Martin Johnson turns, shot. We need VAR again.
Well, I've got a feeling that VAR would probably have given that in the current interpretation of the ruling. Hello, what's going on here? He's having a word with Matt Swan by the looks of things, the Devizes captain.
Somebody said something, have they?
Yes.
Charlie Buckingham's over there as well.
Book him.
Is somebody going in the book?
Yeah. Yes, yellow card. Simbin.
Simbin.
45th minute, Simbin, number 3, sent off for Devizes. 10 minutes in the Simbin. Which would be quite a chunk of the first half, unless it's at a time.
So there's me going on about blooming Warminster getting in the referee's ear, but Devizes managed to get a player in the bin.
Yeah,
And that's that luck I was talking about.
probably not what you say, it's how you say it.
Oh, very much so.
Here we go, ball in, long way up. Head it. Oh. Johnson brings it down. Looking to get the ball back. Being helped out now by Mortimer Taylor. He's having to come back a long way. Gets the throw in. 45 is up on the clock and a few seconds over. But we're a little
That's
bit out
such
of
a blow
time.
as well, because Buckingham really impressed me in that first half. He got a bit frustrated. I think when there wasn't really much movement, when he options on for him, but he'd been bringing the ball forward. He'd been very solid at the back, solid in the tackle, nothing too flash, just keeping Warminster at bay. And that's going to obviously disrupt the shape.
Referee says that's it, end of the first half. So thank you for joining us. We will be back for the second half. Just a final summary from Ian in this first half before we go. Over to you, Ian.
I mean, it's obviously Warminster will be the happier going in. You can see that from Ian Jeffrey smiling away there, but it could have been very different. I think probably if these two sides had gone in at 0-0, then Devizes certainly would have had their tails out for the second half. As it is now, they've got the mountain to climb. They've got to show real mental resilience to come back from this. Warminster will fancy themselves, I'm sure, to go on and get a couple more. The next goal here will be absolutely crucial.
Thank you, Ian. And we'll be back, say, for the second half. Don't go far. Just tune in. Be ready on YouTube for us going live. Give us a few minutes, and we'll be back. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe.